What if I told you there's a technology on the horizon so powerful it could cure diseases like Alzheimer's, unlock limitless clean energy, and maybe even explain the entire universe? Now, what if I told you that exact same technology could shatter our entire digital world, breaking every password and exposing every secret? Well, this isn't science fiction. This is the very real double-edged sword of quantum computing.
To really get a handle on the stakes here, let's start with a bit of a mystery. Picture this. It's late 2024, and word gets out that Google has suddenly and secretly pulled the plug on its most powerful quantum chip ever, a project codenamed Willow. There's no press release, no explanation, just silence. So what happened? Was it just a technical glitch, or did this machine do something unexpected?
In this story, the first real clue doesn't come from a physicist in a lab coat. No, it comes from an ethical hacker who reportedly gives a chillingly simple warning to Google's top brass. A warning that suggests the truth is way more alarming than anyone could have guessed.
So to unpack this fictional mystery, and to see why it's so relevant, we need to dive into what makes these computers so unbelievably powerful and, so dangerous. First thing you gotta understand is that this isn't just a souped-up version of your laptop. Not even close. Quantum computing plays by a completely different set of rules that honestly seem to defy reality. To get it, you basically have to throw out everything you know about normal computers. Okay, so here's the absolute biggest difference. The computer you're using right now thinks in bits. They're like tiny light switches. They can be either off, which is a 0, or on, which is a 1. Simple. But a quantum computer uses something called a qubit. And a qubit, well, it can be a 0, it can be a 1, or, and this is the mind-bending part, it can be both at the exact same time. This both-at-once magic trick is called superposition. Think of it like a spinning coin. While it's in the air, it's not heads and it's not tails. It's kind of both, right? It's only when it lands that it picks a side. A qubit is like that spinning coin. And as physicist Michio Kaku puts it, this lets a quantum computer explore a staggering number of possibilities all at once. It's almost like it's calculating in millions of parallel universes at the same time.
And if you thought that was weird, it gets even stranger. Qubits can become entangled. This is where two particles get linked together so deeply that what happens to one instantly affects the other. And I mean instantly, even if they're on opposite sides of the galaxy. It's this spooky connection that lets you build an incredibly powerful computing network. Now, this isn't just a bunch of theory. This stuff is happening. Back in 2019, Google hit a massive milestone. Their Sycamore quantum computer achieved something called quantum supremacy. Basically, it solved a problem that was considered literally impossible for any normal computer on Earth.
So how impossible are we talking? Well, experts crunched the numbers, and they figured it would have taken the most powerful supercomputer in the world. We're talking a machine the size of a building. About 10,000 years to solve that one problem.
And Google's Sycamore? It did it in 200 seconds. 10,000 years versus 200 seconds. That just shows you the insane leap in power we're talking about. This was the moment that proved, without a doubt, that the quantum era had truly begun. And that brings us right to the heart of the matter. This incredible, world-changing power is, like I said, a double-edged sword. It holds the key to solving our biggest problems, but it could also create a whole new set of them. I mean, on the one hand, the promise is just breathtaking. We're talking about the power to design brand new medicines from the atom up, finally curing diseases we fought for centuries. We could unlock clean, limitless fusion energy. We might even be able to solve the deepest mysteries of the cosmos. This is truly revolutionary, species-altering stuff.
But here's the flip side. The very same power that can build and create can also be used to break and destroy. The complex math that protects everything in our digital lives, your bank account, your private messages, government secrets, the entire global financial system, all of it is based on problems that are too hard for normal computers to solve. But for a powerful quantum computer, it could be like a hot knife through butter. Which brings us back to our story about Google's Willow chip. In our scenario, the reason for that secret shutdown wouldn't be some esoteric physics problem. It would be a very real, very immediate threat discovered by a cybersecurity expert.
So in this scenario, imagine the researchers are seeing these strange, unexplainable patterns in the computer's output. Some people are whispering, is it a message? Is it alive? But our hacker realizes the terrifying truth. These aren't messages. They're symptoms of a deep, fundamental security flaw that someone could exploit.
And here is the part that should absolutely send a shiver down your spine. This isn't a bug in the software that you can just patch. The vulnerability is a side effect of superposition and entanglement, the very things that make quantum computers so powerful in the first place. You can't fix it because the flaw is baked into the physics itself.
So what would a flaw like that actually mean for you and me? Well, it means the threat to every piece of data we've ever created is much, much closer than any of us think. You see, security experts are already worried about a strategy called harvest now, decrypt later. It's simple, and it's terrifying. Bad actors, think foreign governments or sophisticated criminal groups, are already sucking up huge amounts of encrypted data. Your emails, my private messages, company secrets, all of it. They can't read it now, but they're just storing it, patiently waiting for the day they get their hands on a quantum computer that can unlock it all.
And that day isn't some distant sci-fi future. Quantum supremacy was achieved back in 2019. Right now, the race is on to build machines that are stable enough to do real work. The general consensus is that we could see a quantum computer capable of breaking our current encryption standards sometime between 2030 and 2035. The clock is absolutely ticking.
Okay, I know. That sounds pretty apocalyptic. But listen, it's not all doom and gloom. We are not just sitting around waiting for this to happen. The good news is that for as hard as people are working to build a quantum computer, they're working just as hard to build quantum-proof defenses.
This new digital shield is called post-quantum cryptography, or PQC. Basically, it's a whole new generation of encryption. It's built on math problems that are believed to be so incredibly complex that even a full-blown quantum computer wouldn't be able to solve them. All the big players, Google, Microsoft, you name it, are already racing to upgrade the entire internet to this new standard.
So what can you do right now? Well, while we wait for PQC to become the new normal, good old-fashioned digital security is more critical than ever. I'm talking long, unique passwords, and by long, I mean 20 characters or more. Enable two-factor authentication on every single account you have. And please, please do not reuse passwords. Every one of these steps is another lock on the door that an attacker, quantum or otherwise, has to break through.
You know, a story like the Willow shutdown, even a fictional one, it really gets to the heart of the dilemma we're facing. With quantum computing, we are on the verge of solving some of the biggest challenges humanity has ever faced. But we're also building a tool that could threaten the very foundations of our society. The question isn't if this technology will change everything, it's how we're going to manage it when it does. We have to secure our future before we build the very machine that could break it.